Hi, everybody. I hope you're all doing well and had a nice weekend. And today we're going to do our presentation on Lumosity, which is a super interesting app. So I'm very excited to share it with you all. And this app is specifically for training your brain. So firstly, we're going to start off by discussing what Lumosity actually is. It is an app that was created by the company called Lumos Labs. It was founded in 2005 and then launched in 2007. It offers more than 50 games that are based on neuroscience, and the purpose of these games is to challenge your brain. And this is the icon for the application. So it's an orange icon with a person and their brain in the center. So how does it actually work? The app provides games that challenge specific brain functions, such as your memory, attention span, problem solving, and other skills that you have. These games are based on research as well as standardized cognitive tests, and it even offers personalized difficulty for different users depending on where they're at with their brain function. The app can also track and adjust to skills as you play the games on a daily basis. So as you continue to play these games and use the app, it will be better suited to your needs. Now we're going to go over some of the positive aspects. So of course, this app is very fun. Their activities are simple and even entertaining to play in your spare time. And they're designed to feel more like games rather than tests. So it's not kind of like a task that you have to complete, it's more for fun. It also stimulates the brain, which is great because it helps the brain flow, and you can also feel like you have better focus throughout the day. And lastly, it improves your brain skills, such as speed and concentration, which can be super important to kind of keep as we go through life and we age, and we're not really doing much during the pandemic. So this is a great way to kind of bring routine into your life and work on those skills. But there are, of course, some negative aspects. Firstly, there are limited features, which means that users must pay for the subscription in order to have access to all available games, and also the tracking features that will track your progress and give you an analysis of you as a user. And secondly, effectiveness. There is conflicting research on the overall effectiveness of the app and the science behind it. Now we're going to go over how to actually download and use the application, starting with where it is actually available. So you can get it on an iPad, iPhone, or Android device, and it offers languages including English, French, Spanish, German, Japanese, and Portuguese. So whether you want to use the app in your first language or maybe challenge yourself by using it in another language, there are multiple options available to you. And from there, it can be downloaded on the App Store on an Apple device or the Google Play Store if you have an Android device. It is in fact free to download, and it comes with a free membership option. And this does include limited games and the ability to make an account. Though, if you are a subscriber, meaning you pay for the subscription plan, you will have access to all of their games and all progress monitoring tools, which can enhance the application and make it more useful for many people. And in terms of cost, a full membership is $11.99 or 15.44 Canadian dollars a month, or $59.99 or 77.24 Canadian dollars per year. Now we're going to go over actually using the application, including its interface and its features. The first step is to create an account. You can sign up with your email address and create a password from there, or you can also use your Google account or Facebook account. So when you first open the application, you'll see a screen like this first screenshot, and it will ask you to get started by clicking on this orange button, or you can click on already a member if you already have an account. Then another screen will appear prompting you to create an account, whether it's with your email or also Google or Facebook as well. And then from there, you'll just enter some important information for your account. Next, you will complete something called the fit test, and it will open up on your screen. And the purpose of this test is to measure your baseline skills before you start using the application. It will compare your scores. So after you first take your fit test, it will then use the fit test scores to compare you to other members of their app. And then from there, it will determine the difficulty level that you're at, and it will help them to tailor your training program to you specifically. So it's a very quick test, and it's simple, and it's kind of just a diagnostic evaluation to see how they can help your brain and your brain skills the most. So here is test number one. First, you will see a game explanation. So the game is called Color Match. And this game will test your response inhibition, the ability to suppress impulsive responses that interfere with accomplishing goals as well. And you can play this game. It has a very simple gameplay. And it asks you, does the meaning of the top card match the text color of the bottom card? So it's going to ask you some simple questions, and then you will answer them to the best of your ability. And it will also explain the significance of the test. So this test, specifically color match, comes from the Stroop test, a famous 1935 assessment of response inhibition. And it has been cited over 2,000 times, and the original paper is one of the most famous studies in psychology. An almost instinctive skill, response inhibition happens very quickly, and that is why our scientists, or the scientists of the application, added a speed component to the Stroop test to further challenge this skill. So they're really just trying to see where you're at in terms of this important brain skill. And then there's another test, and in the game, you will direct trains to stations of the same color, and then tap the switch to direct the red train to the red station, for example. So this is going to be kind of a color matching game. And the purpose of Train of Thought, which is the name of the game, is to challenge your divided attention. As attention is a limited resource for humans that can only track so much information at once, the more trains that you focus on, the harder it becomes to guide a single train correctly. So it's really about multitasking within your mind. And to do well in this game, you must constantly balance two processes, including focusing on necessary information while ignoring the unnecessary information. And then after that, you will have results, which is compared to other people in your age group. So you can see again where you're at with this skill. And then another test is called memory matrix. And the game will test your spatial recall, a form of memory involved in tracking location as well as position within an environment. And something really great about these games is that there are tutorials available before the game so that you have an understanding of it before you actually play. And just another slide on test number 3, memory matrix. It is again meant to challenge your spatial recall, and it's something called your visual spatial sketchpad, which is a concept from psychologist Alan Badley's model for working memory. And this is a very important cognitive tool as it helps you to store visual information such as a color or shapes and spatial information such as location. And again, you will have your results compared to other people in your age group, so you can compare yourself to other people's brain function. But of course, everyone is at a different point in their development or brain function. So please don't feel badly if you feel like you're lower compared to others. Everybody is welcome to play the game, and It's not meant to make you feel bad about yourself. So now moving on to the main interface, you will see the home screen once you complete your 3 diagnostic tests or quizzes. And this is what it looks like, this screenshot on the left of the screen. It's called the home, and you can come back each day to play a new set of games. Then if you move on to the Games tab, using the navigation bar at the bottom of your screen, the icon is a few different shapes all together in a clump, and it says Games. Then you can look at the games that are free for that day, and you can click on them in order to learn more about them. But the significance of the Games tab is really just to show all of the available games that you can play. More on the main interface, you can go to the Statistics or Stats section by clicking on Stats on the bottom bar, and then it will show your data after playing some games. So it will show you levels such as cognition, skills such as cognitive LPI, speed, memory, attention, flexibility, and problem solving. And there are other categories that you can look into as well. And then also your insights for the time period that you've been playing. You can unlock your insights as you play by paying for the premium subscription, meaning that you can receive a game progress report and even a game strength profile to find out what skill you're the best at. Now, of course, there are some alternative apps if this one does not suit your needs or you're interested in another game or another application. And firstly, we have Elevate, which offers games based on reading, writing, speaking, and also solving mathematical puzzles. There's also something called Cognifit, which offers mind challenges, exercises, memory games, mental challenges, and also mental agility games. And lastly, we also have Peak, which offers 40 unique games, and each of them is specifically developed with the help of neuroscientists, so it is scientifically supported by research and scientists. And then we have 3 more. We have Fit Brain Trainer, which has games that help you to memorize letters, phone numbers, and even provides math problems. And this app is free on the Google Play Store. There's also an app called Happify, which has activities based on positive psychology, and it's meant to help you feel happier on a daily basis. And it is free for iOS or Apple devices. Then there's Eidetic, which uses spaced repetition in order to help you memorize phone numbers, facts, etc. And this one is also free for Apple devices or iOS devices. So now we're going to move into a live demonstration of the application. So I've already pre-downloaded the application, and I did that by going into the App Store and then searching it up and then clicking on download. But we can see Lumosity is right here. You can click on the app in order to open it up. And then this is a screenshot that you would have seen earlier in the presentation. So we either have the option to get started or sign in. And I do not currently have an account, so I'm going to click on Let's Get Started so we can go through the process of downloading and creating an account together. So again, you have a few different options of how you want to sign up. I'm going to sign up with email. So I'm going to put in my first name, my email address, and a random password, and my birthday as well. I'll just put in a random day and sign up. From there, it's going to ask you a few different questions just to help them with their data collection and statistics. So I will fill in that information for myself, education level, gender, and how I heard about them. So I heard about it from a friend, Cyber Seniors, and then I'm going to click on next once I'm done telling them a bit about myself. And then something really great about the app is that you can specify which areas in particular that you would like to work on. And if you don't have one in mind, you can just click on skip. But if I were interested in memory, then I would click on it, and also flexibility. So I'll click on next once I'm satisfied with the ones I've selected. And it's going to tell you they have 3 goals for the day: to take your fit test so that they can calculate your baseline in 3 cognitive games. They want to learn more about your brain, so they'll compare your fit test scores to other members to see where you're at. And also, they want to provide you with your training program. So they're going to tailor the training program specifically to you as a user. So when you're ready, you can click on next. And we're going to do the fit test together. So this is the color match one that we saw in the presentation, and I'm going to click on start. So it's asking, does the meaning of the top card match the text color of the bottom card? And yes, it does. So I'm going to click on yes, and then no. Oh, yes. See, I'm not very good at these games already. No, 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 yes, no, yes, yes. Okay, so we've earned some points and we're done game number 1. Oh, and it's 86% higher than other members of my age. So that makes me feel good about myself. It's based off of Stroop Test. This is the game we just played. So we already read over that in the presentation, but this is just telling me the purpose of the game we just played, which is color match. And then we're going to go to train of thought, which focuses on divided attention. So this might be a challenge. I believe you direct them to the same color. So I clicked on the red one because it's meant to go to the red station. I think it'll speed up after this is over. So you have to make the path to lead the train into the correct color. Thank you so much for coming to the presentation today. And we're going to ask if you have any questions next out in the breakout rooms. But if you would like to learn the lesson with a Cyber Seniors mentor, please go to the website or call the phone number to register for a one-on-one phone session. And we also do host weekly tech drop-in sessions where everyone is welcome to join from 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursdays. So you can even come this week if you're interested.